Hi, welcome to Todd's Tips. I'm Todd Barsness, a full-time voiceover talent, and Todd's Tips is a feature of VO Marketing Pro. Now, if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to voiceover, just visit our Facebook page, website, or contact us via email. The links are located here. So, as I've said, all that said, I'm in the process of continuing to write a book. It just takes me a long time because I want it to be accurate and I want it to be thorough, but I also am busy. And so the book is the 7 building blocks of VO success. And the bottom one is, who are you going to listen to? You were just talking about that. Everybody has to choose who they're going to listen to. You don't have to listen to me if you don't want to, but that's why we provide the numbers. So it piques your interest and say, oh, okay, well, maybe this person's worth listening to. Then there's mindsets, and then the next level is business, and then the next level processes, and the next level marketing. I won't go to the rest of the building blocks. But today I'm going to talk about processes and marketing. And our Todd's Tips have been, it is Todd's Tips, but a subtitle that we've been going on for a year or so now is Todd's Do's and Don'ts. So here's another do and a don't. It is a don't this time, and it's this. I don't ever ask for partial payment from clients for my voiceover work. I don't ever ask for partial payment beforehand. 100%, 50%, 25%, I never ask. Sometimes they do it, but I don't ever ask. And this is one of the reasons why Hudson always talks about $300,000 that I've made 4 years in a row. Again, it's not to brag, it's to say something that he's doing is working. And this is part of my way of doing business. You don't have to do business this way. Do it whatever way you want. What we try to do is we try to say, this is how I do business. Now you do business. Hudson does business, and it works. You don't have to want it to work, or you can make it work some other way, but it does work. And that's one of the things that I don't do, is I don't ask for partial payment. So some voiceover talent always require a contract. Some voiceover talent always follow GVAA, gravy for the brain, SAG-AFTRA rates, supposedly standard, industry standard rates, fair rates, things like that, they say. Some VO talent always ask for partial payment before they perform the VO work for their client. I never, ever do. Never done it. As far as I know, I never will. If I start to, I'll come back and tell you why I've changed my mind, but I'm 14 years in and I just never have.
I bet you're going to tell us why you don't do that, right?
Yes. Well, I've said it before. I want to work. Remember my book? The first thing is who you're going to listen to. The next thing is mindsets. That's a very important mindset that I have. I want to work. I'm in business. I'm in business for one purpose, and that is to make money. That's what business means. Turn a profit. Do that in whatever way you can legally and morally and ethically. That's my point. I always make it as easy as possible to work with me as I possibly can. To allow my clients to work with me. Ease of use, very important to me. VO talent and coaches constantly talk about how important branding is. We had a segment on this a couple of times ago. You can look it up. I talk about branding, not on the front end, but on the back end. But here is branding on the front end. They talk about this all the time. Website, social media, on and on and on. Yet, on the front end of things, they make clients hop through, hoop after hoop after hoop. Maybe that's another reason why so many voiceover talent make $40,000 or less. They don't make it easy for clients to work with them. And one of the ways is you got to have a contract. You've got to charge a certain amount. You've got to have partial payment up front. Recently in a VO Facebook group I keep an eye on, a VO talent, just tell you a little story here. VO talent gave a link to a contract he uses all the time. This was followed up by several comments praising him and one question, but that question was misguided. The question the person asked was, Does that VO talent that requires the contract, does he find that he has less inquiries because of requiring a contract? Does he get less inquiries? That's not the question you should have asked him. You should be, do you lose business because of the hoops that you make your clients jump through? See the difference? It's a big difference. He might get the same amount because the guy said, the VO talent who does the contract said, this about the same. Well, about the same.
It matters.
That's
you're
inquiries.
Closing.
Yes,
closing
exactly.
the deal is what matters.
So if I were a betting man, the contract man loses more business than he knows he loses. And maybe he's fine with that, but that's a different way of doing business. I don't run my business that way, and I don't lose money that way. And so, again, I'm not telling you that you have to run your business the way I run my business. In fact, one of my mantras, whatever, however way you want to say it, mantras, is your business is your business. My business is my business. I'm quite a libertarian when it comes to business. There's lots of ways to do business. And I'm not telling you that you have to do business like I do. But if you want to be successful year over year over year, then there are certain principles. And that's one principle that I've found to be. And so be true. And so if you want to do business like I do business and be in that process of making that kind of money like Hudson is, then you have to do some of these things. In my humble opinion, if you can do business that successfully and say you got to have a contract, maybe it's peace of mind for you, whatever. But do business the way you need to do business. I'm just presenting this as how I do business, and that's why we provide the caveats and the numbers.
Thanks a lot for joining me for Todd's Tips. And if you'd like more information about VO Marketing Pro or anything else related to VO, the links are listed here.